Hello there, Kyle Katarn here, coming back with another Star Wars fan film reaction. This is another request, and it is called Target Rich Environment, a Star Wars fan film made by a man of limited skills. Well, I don't know if that's true, man. If you're out here making fan films, you've definitely got some skills. I want to read the description here. It says, "What if an old battle-hardened Wedge Antilles took a young brash Poe Dameron on a sortie?" Okay, you have my attention. That sounds awesome, actually. I love it too. We don't get any Wedge and Poe action together, even though they're related. They're related in the story. That never really comes up in the movies. So good on you for exploring that. I'm excited. Hi, folks. This turned out to be way harder and took way longer to make than I originally thought. I almost gave up halfway through due to all of the AI-generated Star Wars content out there. I pushed on through, though, as making this has been one of the most fun and satisfying things I have ever done. I hope you like it. First of all, I'm so glad that you pushed through and still made this. I know that it can be disheartening seeing all this AI slop just flooding YouTube. But, I'm proud of everyone that continues to persevere and put out these awesome fan films and help us celebrate just this awesome galaxy that we all love. So without further ado, a man of limited skills presents Target Rich Environment, a Star Wars fan film. Do it! A TIE Hunter patrol on the Outer Rim is about to become the Hunted. Oh, this looks clean. Antares Cluster. Let's go. Let's go. I love that sound. God, Ben Burtt is a genius. Oh, let's go. Oh, that's dope. What a great reveal. Nope. You opened your S-foils and you closed them down again. Oh, sick. That's dope. The hot shot. We got Wedge and we got Poe. I love it. They're competing in this sortie. That's a great shot. Look at that. No! Ooh, you took some hits. Close one. This is a great POV shot of the cockpit, all the instrument panels, and the emergency beeping. And the sound design has been great in this, too. Yeah, see? The hotshot got too cocky with it. Look what happened, man. The veterans out there scoring on you. Come on, lock those S-foils. Let's go. Intensify forward firepower. I'm digging the music, too. It's bringing a really good energy to the fight. It's like a cross between a dogfight and like aggressive alpine skiing. Let's go. This is so much fun. The Baron. Didn't think we'd get any TIE names here. Alright, we got our boss fight. Sick. The articulated gun on the back. You never see stuff like that with the TIEs. He's got the fancy tech. He's the Baron. Oh, sick! It's an Epsilon class! Okay, that's dope. Janky ass S-foils, man. That's like my favorite shot. That was so cool, the way they revealed the two X-Wings hiding under the asteroid, and then the way they were like upside down next to each other. And we're off back to the base. Mission accomplished. Come on. Come on! And cue the Star Destroyer. Damn, dude. Damn. How embarrassing. Nice.
Do it.
Nice with the Palpatine laugh. That was fantastic. That was a really, really fun, just like little space dogfight. Like, there doesn't really need to be much to it for it to be an effective fan film, you know? Like, that was had such a good energy. I thought the score was very interesting that they went with like a very stylistically non-Star Wars piece of music, but it really worked for the energy of this, you know? It kept the momentum going. And it kind of had almost like that bass almost had like a video gamey quality to it, like you're just going through this scenario, through this encounter. In terms of like the visual fidelity, like fantastic. It looked so good. It looked so good. I'm not saying that these were reused assets necessarily, but I do think that the DICE Battlefront games were huge for revolutionizing animated Star Wars fan films, because they just provided so much, not just like actual models and 3D designs, but inspiration and motivation. People that were on the cusp of doing this sort of stuff. Battlefront 2 dropped. The maps, the graphics, the vehicles, it all looked so good. That was that final little push for them. You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it myself. I'm gonna do it. Creators like Cinematic Captures, for example, fully took advantage of Battlefront coming out with those designs and mocapped fan films. They're fantastic. He's gone on to do big stuff. Check him out if you haven't. But that was present in my mind the whole time I was watching this. I was like, this feels like a cutscene from Battlefront 2 Starfighter Assault. And I mean that in the best possible way, because that game looks fantastic. Yeah, this fan film really accomplished a lot in 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Like, we got an entire arc, we got just enough to learn the dynamic between these two pilots, enough to sort of enjoy their rivalry, and then we were even able to establish an antagonist in that squad of TIEs, have a little, you know, boss fight at the end there. That was great. The action was choreographed really well, too. Choreographing a dogfight is very different than choreographing, like, say, like a martial arts scene. There's a whole lot more that has to go into it because everything is constantly in motion. Everything is constantly covering so much distance that it's an entirely different philosophy of how you want to shoot that. Like, there's a lot of techniques that only really come into play when you're trying to photograph a fast-moving object chasing another fast-moving object that's covering a whole lot of distance. And a lot of those techniques were present in this fan film. So, like, this guy, he's clearly very humble. He was talking about how much work this was and how, you know, just my little attempt. Like, dude, you know your stuff. You clearly have a formidable skill set with filmmaking and with cinematography and knowing how to block action sequences. Like, this was great. This was great. I can't say enough nice things about this. Like I said in the reaction, the reveal of the X-Wings was fantastic. The way the asteroid rotated up and then you just see them just sitting there waiting for their moment to strike really reminded me of Obi-Wan in Attack of the Clones hiding from Jango Fett in the asteroid field. I'm sure that was an homage. Another thing that I appreciate is that they set this dogfight in the Antares cluster in the Outer Rim, which is not a canon Star Wars location, but it is a canon location here in our galaxy. The Antares cluster, it's also called M4, is a cluster of stars inside of the constellation Scorpius. You can look at it through a telescope. So that's cool. I like that that's a little nod, you know, bridging the gap between their galaxy and ours a little bit. Yeah, this guy mentioned in the description that he was, you know, disheartened by all the AI-generated Star Wars fan films out there and almost gave up making this. This is what's at stake, people. Like, awesome little fan films like this. He almost didn't make it because of all the slop that's out there. Well, I am super proud of you for continuing, man, because this was a worthwhile venture, at least for me, the guy who gets to sit here and watch it and enjoy it. I say, keep them coming. Make more of these. You've got skill, you've got talent, a million times better than anything AI could do. Like, come on. This was a fun fan film. I'm a sucker for anything to do with, like, dogfights in space with X-Wings and TIE fighters. Like, that's just so classic Star Wars to me. That's just in the fabric of the DNA. I'll always have a good time with that. But this one was particularly well put together, on top of the subject matter being something that I'm into. Like, yeah, really, really enjoyed this. I've left a link in the description of the video here to the original fan film. Make sure to follow that link, leave him a comment, say something encouraging to this guy. We want to get more fan films of this caliber, so encourage him to keep creating. Yeah, I liked this one a lot. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this fan film. Check out the rest of the channel for more content, reactions, and reviews. Leave me a comment if you got a question or something to say, or if you have a Star Wars fan film to recommend to me. I'm trying to react to every Star Wars fan film out there. I have a Discord server. There's a link down below in the video description. That's a great place to send me links to fan films. Thanks again, and as always, may the Force be with you.